Hello everyone, greeting of the day. In this video, we are going to see this is Sashireka. In this, we are going to see about types of tariff. Tariff, the amount of money framed by the supplier for the supply of electric energy to various type of consumers is known as electric tariff. How much you are going to use, that is known as your tariff, and how much you have to pay. The tariff is the method of charging a consumer for consuming electric power. How much power you have consumed, for that you need to pay money. That is known as your tariff. The tariff converts the total cost of production and supplying electric energy plus a reasonable cost. That is known as your tariff. This is the definition for your tariff. Then, what are the effects? Type of load and time at which load is required, power factor, amount of energy used, total bill of consumer. Three part: fixed, semi-fixed, and as well as running charge. So type of load. The load is means whether it is domestical load or commercial or industrial, that should be known. Then industrial consumers are more energy require more energy for longer time than domestic consumers, and hence tariff for industry consumers more when compared to your domestic. That is regarding your load. The tariff of electrical energy varies accordingly, right? Industries will be using more load than when compared to domestic. Then your demand. Maximum time requires, how much time requires maximum time required, the time which the maximum load is required also essential for the electric tariff. If the maximum demand coincides with maximum demand of consumer, then additional plant is required. See, if I'm going to use more power and I cannot able to take from that, no, I need some extra power, so I'll go for that one extra power factor. Again, low power factor increases the load current, which increases the loss in the system. So power factor should not be less. The power, if the power factor is low, then the output is low. The amount of energy is used. The cost of electric energy is reduced by using large amount of energy for longer period. How much energy are you going to use for a longer period? These are your factors by which I am going to frame the tariff. So in this one, if you're going to see three part, fixed charge will be there, semi-fixed charge will be there, X and running. C. Total cost. C is nothing but total cost of the period, say 1 month, and X is maximum demand during the period. How much demand I am taking? Y total energy consumed during the period. How much energy I am consuming? Then A cost per kilowatt of maximum demand. B is nothing but cost per kilowatt of energy consumed. D fixed rate during each billing period. This is known as three-part electricity tariff, and it is mainly applied in a big consumers. These are applied for big consumers, and this is very important. So other type, first is your flat demand rate tariff, state line meter rate tariff, block meter rate, then two-part power factor, seasonal rating, peak load, and three-part. These are the types of your tariff. First we'll deal with flat. So flat demand tariff is expressed by equation C is equal to AX. That's what how much in this type of tariff, the bill of power consumption depends only on maximum demand. How much demand is there, that much I am going to give bill. The generation of the bill is independent of the normal energy consumed. So how much you are going to consume, that much only you are going to pay. So advantages, it is simple method, then easily understandable and easy to apply. Easy consumer. Each consumer has to pay according to his utilization. If I am going to use most and more, I have to pay. If I'm going to use less, less I have to pay. Disadvantage, there is no discrimination according to the different types of consumer. The cost per unit is very high. There are no incentives. So any attractive features will be there. For this particular unit, it is free, and later it is chargeable. That is like that. It is not available in this one. If a consumer does not consume any energy in particular month, the supplier cannot change any money, even though the connection provided to the consumer. That's what. See, if suppose you are not going to be at home for a long some 1 month, even though for that also you have to pay some basic amount. That is your flat demand rate. Next is where application generally applied in tube wells used for irrigation purpose. Next is your state line meter rating. This type of tariff is given by efficiency is equal to B1. The generation of the billing depends on the energy consumed. Here also, whatever energy I am consuming, for that I am going to give. load is taking my current. For small devices, less consumption of power will be there, and for high, it will be more. According to that, we have to pay the money. So what is the advantage of this? Is one is it is different for different consumption. If power is consumed very high, I can able to go for that. If power is consumed very less, I can able to go for that money. And its calculation is very simple. And what is the disadvantages? A particular consumer is charged at particular rate, but there is no incentives. Here also incentives will not be there for some year for some unit it is free and then it is chargeable, like that it is not there. Since different ratings are decided according to different loads, separated meters are needed to be installed for different loads such as light load, power load. See here consumption is different, load we are going to use is very different, so according to that I have to fix a meter. That is again a headache. So it is problem. This makes the whole arrangement complicated and expensive. So all the consumer in category are charged at the same rate. So I'm going to have this and this. So the total power consumption is this much. So this much we have to pay. So this is the disadvantage. Generally, this will be used in domestic consumers. Domestic consumer applications will be used in this. And next is your block rate tariff. In this one, energy consumption is distinguished into blocks. The per unit tariff of the individual block is fixed. For this particular block, you have to pay this money, that is fixed. The price of block is arranged in decreasing order. The first block has highest cost and it goes on increasing accordingly. See, it is block 1 and 2. This is highest cost and this is lowest cost. So the most people are using the here. The price and the energy consumption are divided into 3 blocks. The first few units are energy at certain rate. Next is slightly lower and the next it is lower. So this is lower and lower and lower. If you're going to see the advantages of one, only one energy meter is required for this. Then incentives are provided for the consumer. If you're going to use this particular unit, it is free, and after this particular units, it is payable. Like that, and incentives will be given. And this improves load factor and reduce cost of generation. And what is the disadvantage of this particular is if a consumer does not consume any energy in particular, supplier does not does not charge any money, even though the connection provided to the consumer as its own cost. So what are the application is, it is even in residential and small commercial consumers, this block meter is tariff is used. Then two-part tariff. In this cases, total billing is divided into two parts. First one is fixed charge and the second one is running charge. Fixed charge is because of the maximum demand, and second charge depend on energy consumption. How much energy I am consuming per hour. H is kilowatt hour. KWH kilowatt hour per hour. How much I am consuming. That is coming into account in your two-part tariff. So what are the advantage of your two-part tariff? If a consumer does not consume any energy in particular, then the supplier will get the return equal to the fixed charge. It is reduced. If you are not going to use that, then it is getting reduced because consumption per hour is reduced. So it is reduced. What is the disadvantage? Even if a consumer does not use an electricity, he has to pay the fixed charge. Fixed charge has to be paid in this two-part tariff. The maximum demand of consumer is not determined. Maximum demand is not determined, hence there is an error of assessment of maximum demand and hence conflict between supplier and the consumer. See, if suppose I am not going to use consumption per hour is very less, then also I have to pay for what I have used. This is regarding here. This is the disadvantage of your two-part tariff. Next is your power factor tariff. The tariff which depends upon the power factor of the load is known as power factor tariff. The power factor tariff is mainly classified into maximum demand, KVA maximum demand tariff. This is also called two-part. Again, here also hour, kilowatt hour per. How many hours I am utilizing what? That should be taken into account. And kilowatt hour and kilowatt ampere hour. This billing is calculated by the sum of these both and is inversely proportional to the power factor of the load R. Then sliding scale or average power factor tariff. In this, if I'm going to consume, the power factor of the consumer is low, the consumer has to pay additional charges, because power is very important. If power factor is getting low, again it will be a problem. So they'll be putting some fine in an industry. If power factor consumption is very low, the industries, they'll be for an industry, they'll be putting fines for using of power factor in a very low. Similarly, if power factor of the load is above the reference level, then also discount will be given to the consumer. If it is used in a low consumption, then it will be fired, and if it is used up to that mark or above that one, then the consumers are given discounts. Again, the advantage, again according to the advantages, this one, if you are going to use, the less power factor, you are penalized, and if you are going to use it more, and again discounts would be given. Again, seasonal rating. Seasonal rating, if you are in summers, will be summers season, will be using power in a high, means always the fans will be there. Again, seasonal ratings will be there. According to season, my power consumption is also changed. It is also known as peak season. Peak season tariff. Again, peak load tariff. See, according to season, the seasonal change also, my tariff change will be there. In summer season, if you're going to see, electricity will be very, very more because of using your continual using of your air coolers, or your refrigerators, or your fans. But according to your in winter season, it will be less. So that is of peak load tariff, and as your seasonal tariff. This is three-part tariff, and all these three will be included in your three-part tariff. And these references, and thank you.